Why did 30 seconds of a classic game just take 20 minutes of your life? You sat through 47 free throws, 12 timeouts, and 8 commercial breaks to watch the final minute of a basketball game. And you know what the worst part is? The NBA just signed a $76 billion media deal that guarantees this nightmare gets worse. And it's killing the sport. We're watching the death of the NBA clutch in real time. The final 2 minutes of games, what should be the most exciting part of basketball, has become unwatchable. A torture session of intentional fouls, free throws, and commercials that turns a 2-minute game into a 30-minute nightmare. And it's not just annoying, it's destroying the product. Casual fans are tuning out. Ratings are dropping. The most exciting moments in basketball are being suffocated by a broken system that prioritizes ad revenue over actual entertainment. This is the loss of the NBA clutch to intentional fouls and ad breaks. And with the NBA's revenue projected to hit a record $14.3 billion for 2025-26 season, they have zero incentive to fix it. Now, before you say just get rid of commercials, hold on. Because the solution isn't just fewer commercials, it's a radical rule change the NBA is too afraid to try. A change that would revolutionize the final minutes of games and make basketball watchable again. But first, you need to see just how bad this problem has become. Let's go back to the 1980s, Lakers versus Celtics, Magic versus Bird. The final 2 minutes of those games were electric, fast-paced, dramatic. Real basketball. If you were down by 5 with a minute left, you pressed, you trapped, you forced turnovers. You didn't just foul. But then, something changed. Coaches got smarter, analytics got better, and someone figured out the math. If you're down by 3 with 30 seconds left, your best chance to win is fouling, immediately, over and over and over. Now, here's where it gets really broken. The average NBA player shoots 75% from the free throw line. But in 2024-25, teams like the Clippers are shooting 84.1%, the Thunder 83.2%. That means the intentional foul strategy is even more broken than it used to be. Think about that. Teams are shooting better than ever from the line, which means fouling should be a worse strategy. But coaches still do it. Every single game. Down by 3, foul. Down by 5, foul. Down by 7, foul, foul, foul. The final 2 minutes became a free throw contest. And the NBA, they let it happen. But it gets worse. Because it's not just the fouls, it's the timeouts. Each team gets 7 per game. And you know when they use most of them? The final 2 minutes. Foul, timeout, commercial. Free throws, timeout, commercial. Inbound, foul, timeout, commercial. A game that should take 2 hours now takes 3. A final minute that should take 60 seconds now takes 20 minutes. And fans, they're checking out, literally. Look at any arena in the final 2 minutes of a blowout. Half the seats are empty. People would rather beat traffic than watch the end of the game. The NBA clutch is dead, and we killed it with math, timeouts, and greed. But here's where it gets really controversial. The NBA knows this is a problem. They've known for years. And not only have they done nothing about it, they just signed a deal that makes it impossible to fix. Let me show you why. 2024, the NBA signs the biggest media deal in sports history. $76 billion over 11 years. Disney, Amazon, and NBC are now paying the league $6.9 billion per year. That's billion with a B. And you know what they're paying for? Those final 2 minutes. Because here's the dirty secret. Viewers are 12% more engaged with ads during close games in the final 5 minutes. That's not my opinion, that's data from 2025. Networks know that when the game is on the line, you'll sit through anything. You're emotionally invested, you can't look away. So they cluster all their highest value ads right there. Car commercials, beer commercials, sports betting apps. They're all paying premium rates for those final minute ad slots. And the NBA, they're cashing the checks. Let's talk numbers. An NBA timeout is worth approximately $500,000 in ad revenue. But in those final 2 minutes, it's worth even more. Premium placement, captive audience, emotional investment. Networks are paying top dollar for those slots. And it's getting worse. In 2010, the average NBA game had 18 minutes of commercials. In 2024, 26 minutes. That's an extra 8 minutes of ads per game. And where do most of those extra commercials happen? You guessed it, the final 2 minutes. The NBA's revenue is projected to hit $14.3 billion for 2025-26 season. Record profits, record valuations, record media deals. And all of it depends on keeping those final minutes, exactly as broken as they are right now. Disney, Amazon, NBC didn't pay $76 billion for fast-paced basketball. They paid for commercial inventory. They paid for ad slots. They paid for the right to interrupt the game every 30 seconds. And the NBA gave it to them. This isn't a bug, it's a feature. The NBA is intentionally keeping the game broken, because broken games make more money. This is what the NBA has become. A beautiful sport suffocated by a $76 billion media deal, and the league refuses to change it. But here's the thing, there is a solution that already exists, a solution that works. And when I show you the side-by-side comparison, you're going to lose your mind at how simple it is. Watch this. FIBA basketball, international basketball, the Olympics. They figured this out years ago, and their solution is brilliant. In the final 2 minutes, if you commit an intentional foul away from the ball, specifically on an inbound pass before the ball is released, the other team gets 1 free throw and possession. That's it, the whole solution. You can't just foul anymore, because if you do, the other team gets a free throw and keeps the ball. The hack-a-player strategy, dead. The intentional foul game, over. Teams actually have to play defense. Now, watch this. I'm going to show you something that will make you furious. A side-by-side race to the finish. On the left, NBA Finals Game 7 2025. On the right, Olympic gold medal game USA vs France 2024. Both games have exactly 2 minutes left. Both are close. Let's see which one finishes first. NBA, foul, commercial. FIBA, playing defense, fast break, basket, score. NBA, still in commercial. FIBA, timeout, back in 30 seconds, inbound, another possession. NBA, back from commercial, free throws. FIBA, final possession, game-winning shot attempt. Good, game over. The FIBA game is over, finished, done. The NBA game still has 47 seconds left, and it's going to take another 8 minutes of real time to finish those 47 seconds. 4 minutes and 23 seconds. That's how long it took FIBA to play the final 2 minutes. The NBA, 22 minutes and counting. That's a 5x difference, 5 times longer. So, why doesn't the NBA adopt this rule? You already know the answer. That $76 billion media deal. Disney, Amazon, and NBC didn't pay record money for 4-minute endings. They paid for 22-minute endings packed with commercials. The NBA is contractually obligated to deliver commercial inventory. Those timeouts, those fouls, those stoppages. They're not bugs, they're features. They're what the networks paid for. The league has a choice: honor a $76 billion contract or make the game watchable. And they've already made their choice. Money wins, the game loses. You lose. Right now, the NBA is in crisis mode. Ratings are down, younger viewers are tuning out. The average age of an NBA viewer is 42 years old. 42? That's older than the NFL. The NBA is losing the next generation of fans, and a big reason why? The final minutes of games are unwatchable. Kids don't have the attention span to sit through 22 minutes of free throws and commercials. Hell, adults don't either. We're all just checking our phones and waiting for it to be over. But imagine a different future, a FIBA-style future, where the final 2 minutes of a game actually take 4 minutes, not 22, where teams play defense instead of fouling, where the clutch moment is exciting instead of exhausting. Imagine turning on a close game with 2 minutes left and knowing you'll see the ending in 5 minutes, not 25. Imagine the final possession actually mattering, instead of being interrupted by 6 timeouts and 4 commercial breaks. That future is possible. The rules exist. FIBA proved it works. The NBA just needs the courage to break their $76 billion addiction, but they won't do it unless we demand it. So, here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment right now. Tell the NBA to adopt FIBA rules for the final 2 minutes. Share this video. Tag Adam Silver. Tag ESPN, tag Disney, make some noise, because if we don't, the NBA clutch is dead, and it's never coming back. The clock is ticking, literally, and right now the real-life clock is moving a lot faster than the game clock. Let's fix this before it's too late.